Hi everyone, my name's Kathy. Welcome to my frugality channel, Skint Living UK. I like to do little bits of DIY and jobs around the house to save some money, and I'm about to start working on a Welsh dresser. I built the bottom bit because it fits into a small gap here in our kitchen, just here next to my pantry cupboard. So it just literally fits here, so as you can see it's not even as deep as my hand. The reason I made it is because I bought a dresser top in 2020 and I had a teeny tiny bit of blue paint over and I did a paint wash, and it's out here in the garden. Our garden is a paved yard. You can literally stretch your hands out and touch both walls with no problem. It's very narrow. But none of this was there when we moved in. I bought 2 arches, made a pallet divider, pallet planter, bought a bench, the table I found in the entry, the chair I found in the entry, and I had a few potted plants when I moved in from our old house. I brought them with me. Is it Unanimous, I think it's called, and I've added to them since. And a chimney pot from our old house. So those will be common, but most of the stuff here will be left behind for the new owners because I'm hoping to get the house up for sale. I've been trying the last 2 days to get the back off this dresser top and it's not budging. I'm like, oh, because I want a tongue and groove it. I bought some tongue and groove pieces and a people buy panels. MDF ones, but I like to use real wood. These from B&Q, just under £8 a packet for a small length. They get 5 in a packet, and then the two other sizes, a medium length one and a big length one. This is my dog having a loose. So I just thought I'd show you the garden while I'm here. Lots of little plants. These nasturtiums come up every year. Pretty. These little pansies are bought cheap the other week. Potted this up. This is a little rose bush with some fuchsias, an umbrella plant that I put outside while I was decorating the other year and I forgot about it, so it's just been left out here. So some plants will come, some will stay when we move. So what I'm about to do is sugar soap the dressers bottom and top. I've watered it down in a bucket. This bucket has been used for everything. Last week it was used to contain the water from the washing machine. There's a washing machine video if you want to see that. So after I've scrubbed it, I've got my rubber gloves because it's very, even though it sounds mild, sugar soap, it's quite acidic, it trashes your hands, so you need to wear rubber gloves. And I've got a scrubby thing to scrub it with, because as you can see it's all dusty, probably greasy. I do clean it every now and again, but it's exceptionally dirty at the moment because I've been renovating everywhere. As you can see, I did a colour wash to begin with a bit of leftover paint. So what my plans are, once I've sugar soaped it and rinsed it and leave it out today while the weather's nice, I'm gonna undercoat it. Got this from a local chandler's shop, £2.99. I need another tin because it won't be enough. And I've ordered some paint which allegedly is out for delivery today, and it's going to be green. So it's going to have tongue and groove on the back, and the rest of it's going to be green. So even though my kitchen's blue, I wanted a bit of green in there because my kitchen's all blue, all different shades of blue, and my living room's green, my little box bedroom's green. So sort of like a little runner theme running through the house, bits of green. This fern plant was growing in the wall. I potted it up and it comes back every year. That was free. This is my bit of trellis that I attached to my pallet. This is a little mini shed I built originally for me from an old chest of drawers. Another garden arch still behind because they won't survive the trip. Got some bees buzzing about, that's nice. Behind here, called a strawberry corner. You can't really see all on this trellis here. I had strawberry plants. I bought them 6 years ago, but they're dying off a bit now. So I'm just going to leave things as they are. So when we move out, my ladders will come with me. Some of the potted plants will come with me and my chimney. But virtually everything else is going to get left behind. I used to have guinea pigs, and when they died, some of them ended up in this pot. So that will definitely be coming with me. I know it's a bit morbid, but honest. These tiles I got on eBay, Moroccan style. I put them on the wall. They were reduced because one was cracked and one was slightly cracked. And I just thought, oh, so pretty. So, little bits and bobs everywhere. So today I'm cracking on scrubbing this, rinsing it, and maybe getting some undercoat on. You can see where I've left that blank because it's up against the wall, and same on the bottom bit, it's still bare wood. This is made out of leftover skirting boards, little bits of tongue and groove from the kitchen wall because I put tongue and groove in the corner in my little breakfast nook, dining nook, and I ran out. So I'm hoping there'll be some bits left over to fill that gap up. So this is only like 1 tin or 1 jar wide because that gap's tiny in the sort of thoroughfare between the back room and the kitchen. And these will be coming with me when I move. So if I don't use them, one of my sons will, because when I downsize, I'm hoping to help my lads out and get a studio flat at an auction. We don't care if it's a total bin and like if the ceiling's coming and the toilet's trashed and all that, we don't care because we're going to gut it anyway. So we're hoping to get rock bottom prices. My lads have been saving up money as well. So we're hoping to get something. So my ideal would be a bungalow, but if not, a ground floor flat, and I definitely want a little garden because I want to grow some fruit and veggies. So I've got a little bit of sustainability and a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Sort of my backup plan, because the price of fruit and veggies are going to go up through the roof now that the oil is going to be restricted. I think we're going to have price shocks coming. Willow, come on, stop it. I don't know what you're chomping. She's a dog of it. Licking things. Come on, let's go. She always comes in with a mucky mouth because she's had a mouth where it shouldn't be. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with that. So it was just a little opportunity to give you a little garden tour. So it takes ages for the sun to come in. As you can see, it's there and slowly makes its way along there. And then about 4 or 5 o'clock the sun's in the back room. But generally it's not really a sunny spot because of the shade of the buildings. This is our bathroom extension. I didn't build it. It was built in 2012. We moved in 2020. And this is the reason I bought this particular house in this area, because it had a second bathroom. Because when I moved in, my 2 grown-up sons were with me, and I don't know what you think, but when you've got a teenager and someone in their 20s sharing a bathroom, you can never get in. So you need that extra bathroom. Are you coming in, honey? I don't know if a big bum's stuck there. Are you stuck? Come on. Are you stuck in there? Come on, let's get you through. There we go. Come on, Willow. She's a bit wide of the hips, not so different from yourself. So if you could be so kind, please like, share and subscribe, and let me know what you're up to in the sunshine. Are you doing a little bit of DIY, or are you just sitting and resting in the sun? I've got my coffee here, so I'm going to vegetate for 5 minutes and then crack on. Because I didn't do anything for the last couple of days. I've just sat on my bum and needed some time off. So once I've got the dresser out the way, I'll crack on with the back room that needs painting. and then get the house up for sale, and I'll do the doorstep, tile the doorstep that you need to do while the house is up for sale, and tell the buyers I'm doing that next. But I won't mention I'm doing it because sometimes people don't like you admitting that you're doing the DIY. But as you can see, this wall needs painting, and the skirting board is not flush against the wall, so I need to try and screw it more to the wall and fill it a bit and then paint it. And then when I've got the paint out to do the skirting board, I'll paint it in the other room, because the skirting boards in the other room, which I've reinstated, are still unpainted, as you can see here. So I did half the room the other month. I put them in this alcove, and round here they're done, filled and painted, but this half of the room behind all the furniture, that hasn't been painted yet, the skirting board, but it has been filled and installed. So, and this is here because I'm going to do some folk art, some pretty flowers and leaves and things to make it look a bit pretty, and hopefully eventually up here I've got this whole stand up for sale on eBay, so I'm hoping that'll go. I've had a little sale during the last week. I've sold that little poofy stool because I got it and I thought my son might like it, a little checkerboard one, but he didn't want them colourways. It was cream and red, and he wanted something in different colours, maybe blue, green or grey. So we said I'll just sell it. So I just sold it cheap to get rid of it, and it's paid for me paint and my undercoat and my sugar soap. So it's great. It's a job I'm going to be able to do because I've had that little sale. So it's cost me nothing to do. It's brilliant. There's my doorstep tiles there. Do you want to have a little look at my doorstep? Oh, it's a right mess. My son got, when he came to visit for my birthday, got the last of the tiles off. As you can see, yeah, look. We've left this little thin row of ones there because they're right under the door frame. So we were worried that if we took them out, the door frame might come off or out or whatever. So, yeah. So, like I said, this room's green too. So it's just sort of having like a green thread running through the house. And it all started with my lamp. Oh, I never told you I bought some little lanterns. These are solar ones, little paper solar lantern lights, all different colours. Just add a little cheerful note because the room's very green, green, green. I've got some little pots of little bit of colour, but it's just to have a little bit of colour, and they come on at night, so it's nice. The cat tends to live in here. So I hope to see you soon, and bye for now. And thanks for listening to me rambling. And for my cat viewers, is my Pelkin. She's been lying on the cutter mat. I think it's cool for her. And next week I'm going to order a cool pad so she can keep herself cool on it. I'm going to get me and my son one as well. So I'll let you know how that goes. I haven't bought them yet, I've got no money. Bye.